Aloha everyone and welcome back to Talk Story La Ku'oko'a. Recently I was invited to a fall exhibit right here in Honolulu that features bold, boundary-pushing approaches. I can't express enough all the feelings it ignited in me, and as we talk about independence, I happily take you now to go learn more about just a few of these artists and installations that explore some of the most urgent issues of our time and place. It's no surprise that we are living in some unprecedented times. We are being asked to confront some of today's most crucial and timely themes, such as Indigenous rights, the environment, and a wide range of social concerns. Artist of Hawaiʻi Now is an exhibition that presents site-specific installations employing a wide variety of technologies, media, and techniques. Pico was shot over the course of 2 years at 8,888 feet above sea level on Hawaiʻi Island at Pu'ukohe. This is the first time in history that Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, and Hualalai have been filmed simultaneously in 360 degrees, presented in time-lapse in both virtual reality and projection. This experience by native Hawaiian artists Christopher Kahunahana, Lanakila Mangauil, and Nicole Naone asked the question, what is sacred? Using incredible landscape footage captured on Mauna Kea, guided by the soundtrack of powerful oli. I carefully listened to the chants that described how we, as Kanaka Maoli, are not merely inhabitants of this place. We are its descendants, with a geographic and genealogical connection spanning both time and space. As I departed Pico, I reached for the stars and imagined how our Kupuna must have cried as they watched what was honored in the piece in front of me. The conversation of Mauna Kea continued with a photographic presentation by native Hawaiian artist Kapulani Landgraf, who shared her mo'olelo behind her moving tribute.
This is entitled Māmakakaua, a company of warriors. It documents the 39 kupuna who were arrested standing for Mauna Kea in July 17th, 2019. And I felt it was really important that we capture their images. The text below lists the over 300 koa aloha aina who fought to reinstate Queen Liliuokalani back to her throne. And all we have are the names. There's no images. So I just thought it was really important to tie the two together and that we don't forget the moral courage that they had to stand, not just for them, but for all of the lahui. This is something that I made. It's a ribbon that Queen Liliuokalani would give out when she was imprisoned in the Iolani Palace, and it's Maipoina o Ia'u, which means do not forget me. Also too, that we don't want to forget them or everyone who has stood for our people. A little hidden thing is, on the bottom, it says HKT, and when I was making this, it wasn't something I thought of at first. Honani K. Trask passed away, and it was just giving honor to her in remembering what she stood for.
We're celebrating La Ku'oko'a today. These are names that are stand up for our independence. Why was it so important for you to do this installation?
The time when this exhibit was going to happen was supposed to be last fall. They were going through the courts, right? And just recently in August, 4 of them were actually found not guilty. You have to think about just arresting kupuna.
Right.
Like how wrong is that?
Right.
But to actually put them through, I think it's been over 1.5 years that they've had to deal with the stress of going through this whole process. And really, it's just standing for what they believe in.
I want to be here.
I know that.
I want to be here. We want to be here.
You know, we're indigenous, we're here. I mean, they need to really hear these voices.
Thank you for your work. I was absolutely moved by this, and it was really important for me to share this with our lahui. And as we navigate through this new time and space and look for more independence, another incredibly unique piece is Holomua, a large-scale projection featuring footage from the sailing canoe Hokule'a, posing questions of navigation and inviting personal introspection. To elevate the experience of traveling on our courageous wa'a, artist Nāʻālehu Anthony depicts the names of the Hawaiian star houses that are aligned with their actual position in a compass setting. This opportunity with its projection on the floor allows one to transport to Malama Honua on the worldwide voyage and meet the Hoku, or stars, with brand new eyes. As I got lost once again in the stars and reached for the sky, felt free on the sea, I turned to my left and was reminded of a real issue that awaits on our land. Now I'm here with artists Noi Tanigawa and Reyes, who had an exhibit and an installation that brought me to tears. And I want to thank you for sharing some hard truths. Tell me about creating this.
Well, I think the way it started was knowing that, over 40% of the people living, all of us together in this state, worry about becoming homeless. And it's no secret. Aloha United Way has charted these people. They're asset limited, income constrained, employed. These are people who are working and cannot afford rent. So they end up moving, living with family, living with friends. It ends up involving all of us. And that's where the solution's gonna come from.
Well, there's some facts. $67,700 a year is considered low income here in Honolulu. And you know, on this episode of Talk Story, we're teaching people of how we can be more independent. What can people learn from this? What are you hoping as the artist? What can they learn from this installation?
The amazing resilience, the resourcefulness, and the community out there. And this is not even half as tricked out as John Mantanona's real tent was. He had everything you could possibly want or need.
Yeah.
And he was always giving stuff away. He had extras of everything for people.
Absolutely.
The architects who had helped us with our models, they were impressed with the designs of the encampments. Everything had a purpose.
Right? Every single thing. This is an important story.
You can't just keep passing it off to another entity or another person to handle the situation. It takes effort from everyone in order to build a real community and to support one another.
A Kakaʻako thing.
Well, you've got it exactly. It's a Kakaʻako thing. Coming out of COVID, there's no other way we're gonna make it.
I can't tell you enough how much this has affected me, and I encourage everyone to come and check this out at the Honolulu Museum of Art until January 16th of 2022. Mahalo, ladies.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.